I'm George Kirkham, and we're from Lethbridge, Alberta, and we're in the midst of the Kirkham International Motor Truck Collection. Today we're going to talk about our 1969 1500D model light-duty truck. This truck was originally owned by the city of Lethbridge and was won on a tender of 5 trucks. My father was his own manager for International at the time, and I remember him on the phone talking to his dealers trying to find these 5 trucks for the city. And they hadn't bought any light Internationals, so it had lots of big stuff, but not any small trucks. So they finally found all 5 of them in dealer inventory somewhere in southern Alberta. And this one here came out of Hanker Equipment in Claresholm. The truck was red originally. The city used Omaha orange, and it stayed orange till I restored it. How I came across the truck was my father-in-law used to coffee with the roofer that owned the truck. The roofer wanted to sell it, and I think we ended up paying $500 for it from the roofer. I bought it, put it away in storage. We had just had it in our yard sitting here for, well, it was 20 years before we did anything with it. So when we started doing it, and we probably spent a year and a half or so playing around with it. With a little help of Bob, we went through the front steer axle, the transmission, the engine we had out, and we literally had the frame stripped down to nothing. Sandblasted whatever we needed to sandblast and painted it. So it came out pretty nice. Cleaning staff here at the shop, my wife, we all decided that I had too many Coke machines laying around that she had to clean around all the time. I had a brainwave one night that, well, we're doing a red truck. Why don't we make it a Coke vending machine service truck? And so that's how it come about. Get all the Coke machines that we had a few, and all the other stuff that's Coke, and put it in the back of the truck. And it actually worked out pretty good. We've showed it around a few different times, and everybody, it's a crowd pleaser for sure. We decided to paint it back red original to go along with the line set ticket, which we have. Really, this is a birth certificate of a truck today. We've got all your option codes on it. The restoration took a while, and we wanted to dress up the truck a little bit. It was just a plain Jane, no chrome. It did have some problems with it. A little bit of rust, especially up in the top roof area here, above the windshield. The rest of the cab, roof top was fine. It was just the front end was pretty messed up with some rust. So we cut that out, welded it back in. A little bit down in the cab corners here as well. When we had the cab stripped down to nothing, we had the frame stripped down to nothing, and put her back piece by piece. Lots of sanding, lots of body work, lots of little stuff to do. But we did things like, a new windshield, of course, but the chrome ring around the windshield, extra stainless steel on the cab trim, things like a chrome bumper. We had the bumper sent to Calgary and had it chromed. Chrome grill on it as well, and the insert. Actually found a new old stock International logo for the center of it. Underneath the hood is very clean and tidy. Just was a lot of fun. I always liked a lot of red trucks. We have a lot of red trucks. Once we decided on the Coke truck theme, made up some decals for it and vending machine. Actually, I bought a Coke vending machine service book online, so adds a little bit of a culture to it. The wheels would have normally been black. I hate black wheels, so we had to paint these ones red to keep me happy, but also the silver trim around it, and it just accents the wheels so much nicer on the ring on the front, but on the back, we actually did on the wheel itself, a silver ring. The real difference of this truck compared to any other light-duty International of the time was the 20-inch wheels. So you got a wider wheel well opening, and they just made the truck look a lot different, give it a lot different stance. The dash we had sent out to Just Dashes in California. Boy, it sure come out nice, and they do a very nice job. The truck had dual fuel tanks. This is actually a fuel tank on this side, plus one on the other side, underneath the cab over there and underneath the cab here. The truck's 156-inch wheelbase, so you can put a pretty good sized body on the back. You could have a 2-speed axle in here. This does not have a 2-speed axle, just has a heavy rear end. Just a 4-speed transmission and a 345 engine. The deck we had built locally. A couple of guys did that for me. We built the structure out of metal in the bottom here. These walls are removable as well, so we could just have a flat deck here, use some oak and then clear coated it, and it dressed up pretty good. pretty happy with it. And what would a Coke vending truck be without a bit of Coke in it, and some Coke cases, and a couple of Coke machines and Coke coolers. One thing that when I restore a truck, I take lots of pictures. And looking through my archives, I have 3,386 pictures of this truck through the process. You know, you think that's maybe a little excessive, but it's surprising how many times you pull something apart, especially wiring or where clips go, and you forget where they are when you start to put them back together again and have it look correct, factory correct, under the dash, under the hood. The other thing with the spare tire on the back, I always thought that was pretty cool having a spare tire mounted back there. And I was able to find a new old stock tire mount for it and mounted that up in there. But it's just another cool accessory that you don't always see and wasn't always put on a truck either. The 345 V8 had been rebuilt, but we went through it and changed all the seals and gaskets in it because it had been sitting, like I say, for 20 years. We had the brake booster rebuilt. We added power steering to the truck, which it did not have, and we had to get a bracket off another one for the box, and we took a pump off one of the pickups in my yard. But underneath here, it looks as close to factory as you're going to get, with the chalk marks on the hood, the right decal for 40 below antifreeze. It looks very nice underneath here.